Well, trash is not being picked up in more than a dozen communities because of a strike.
We've been having a lot of conversations about this very recently because the city is up and making some serious decisions about our trash management contract.
And where people all over the city are pitching different ideas to deal with an uptick in rodent complaints at all hours this summer.
I've never seen anything like this.
Ew. It's disgusting. Like,
oh my God, it's the size of a dog. I mean, that was a big rat.
Grace and peace, everybody. I'm worried about this one. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. Now, we have not heard much about the trash strike that happened in Boston because we were all focusing on what was going on in Philadelphia and all those shenanigans that lasted about 7, maybe 8 days. And that's kind of just like gone into the history books. But at the same time, there was a huge strike in Boston at the exact same time. And it's actually still going on. So let's pull this in. I thought this was really interesting. Again, it's just another example of Mayor Wu. What we're gonna do with that girl, Michelle Wu? What we gonna do with her in the city, the safest city, big city on the East Coast? What are we gonna do with her? Let's go.
Our rodent friends, it is less about the traps and I think some of the usual actions that our inspectional services department has been empowered to take, and we have to start really further upstream with cutting off the food sources. Throughout the pandemic, we saw that as patterns shifted and more people were at home, the rats followed that, and so it's directly connected. We've been having a lot of conversations about this very recently because the city is up and making some serious decisions about our trash management contract.
Rats running rampant in broad daylight in Boston. Our crew spotted at least a half dozen rodents within an hour in the South End this afternoon. Now, the issue has one city councilor once again calling for the creation of a position known as rat czar,
where people all over the city are pitching different ideas to deal with an...
Who wants to be a rat czar? Like, for real, come on, man. Pest management, environmental management, rat czar. Nobody wants to be the rat czar.
Uptick in rodent complaints at all hours this summer, with an undeniable problem you're looking at here that seems to keep the rats well fed, especially on trash pickup days.
Lived here in Salty for like 55 out of my 68 years. I've never seen anything like this.
South Boston homeowner Kevin Conroy says it feels like he is playing a game of whack-a-mole with the relentless rats on his property.
Let's get to the point we can't use our backyard, have anybody over. They're there all the time.
Conroy has ramped up pest control visits, pumping carbon monoxide into burrows, filling his yard with bait stations, and cutting down shrubs where rodents take cover.
It's like it becoming a second job for me.
Rodent complaints are on the rise in his South Boston community, despite the neighborhood's use of trash bins. Sightings of the pesky, unwanted visitors have been even more frequent in neighboring South End, which doesn't use trash bins and routinely serves up scraps for the rodents.
What they're doing now, it's not working.
Some are calling for the city to change its tune, suggesting strategies used elsewhere, like rodent-killing dogs based in the Washington, D.C. area, and the Cats at Work program in Chicago, which adopts out feral cats that help deter rodents.
It's a long-term problem. You have to approach it with long-term solutions.
Colin Ziegler is the rat czar for the city of Somerville, a position some believe the city of Boston could benefit from. Somerville now offers 2 months of pest control through a third-party company, and is making carbon monoxide and dry ice available.
Carbon monoxide and dry ice are direct measures that can be taken and very effective for spaces that are experiencing a lot of burrowing, a lot of activity. We're trying to test as many things as possible for the efficacy because rodent control doesn't have a one-size-fits-all.
Back out here at the aftermath of trash pickup, with remnants of trash scattered all over the sidewalk, City Councilor Ed Flynn has renewed his push for a designated rat czar here in the city of Boston, though Mayor Wu's administration says the city is already adapting how it's dealing with rodent hotspots in specific neighborhoods this summer.
The rats don't run this city, but they do run on Dunkin.
Ew. It's disgusting. Like,
What?
Nobody wants to eat donuts that have rats in them.
So there's a viral video going around showing a rat eating its way through a bakery cart outside the Dunkin here at the Back Bay MBTA station.
Oh my God, it's the size of a dog.
That's a Gen Z stare.
He's looked like he's been eating a lot of donuts.
So if we go inside, you're going to see signs up outside the Dunkin' because that video triggered an inspection and the store had to temporarily close because it racked up 18 health violations. You ready for this? Inspectors found rat droppings and a live cockroach. They also said there was a lack of hand washing in between tasks and several sources of contamination.
I think it's really gross.
Now, if this is your local spot, all of the violations have now been corrected and they are allowed to reopen.
Everybody makes mistakes. Like, I'm going to keep coming back here no matter what happens.
Well, trash is not being picked up in more than a dozen communities because of a strike. More than 400 workers from Republic Services walked off the job early this morning.
Trash collectors throwing drinks and other objects at their own garbage trucks as over 400 Republic Services workers strike amidst an ongoing contract negotiation. This was the scene outside of their office on Route 1 in Peabody.
The trash issue is a complete mess.
The strike's impact is already being felt across Greater Boston. Nick Dixon is the culinary director of Broadway Restaurant Group, which owns popular spots like Lincoln in South Boston. Republic Services told WBZ that they have a contingency plan in place so trash would still get picked up. But when no one showed up by 6 a.m., Dixon says he had to hire a third party.
It's a lot of money.
The highlighted areas of this map show the 16 towns and cities who will have their public trash collection disrupted. Most of them are along the North Shore, including Gloucester, Wakefield, and Malden. Dixon says this highlights a larger problem.
We had one trash company that got bought by another trash company that got bought by another trash company. That became Republic Services. They have a monopoly across the entire city.
Republic Services employees are represented by Teamsters Local 25. They're demanding a contract with higher wages, better benefits, and stronger labor protections. Republic Services sent WBZ a statement saying they're disappointed by the union's decision to strike, adding, quote, "We currently provide our Greater Boston employees with competitive wages, an industry-leading healthcare plan, pension plan, and a generous time off and holiday plan. We value our employees and entered negotiations intending to raise wages."
Trash is like a huge part of every single business, especially the restaurant business, and it's just a disaster.
And this strike could go nationwide. Several other Teamsters across the country are in similar contract disputes with Republic Services. If that were the case, it would involve about 3,500 workers.
Hey, if you're watching this and your name is Republic Services, the trash company, number one, pay your workers. We already have this one huge bin that's just sort of been collecting since they stopped coming for the big dumpster. You know what we're going to do? We're going to plop a second bin right there in the mouth of the parking lot. So that's how that's looking. Just completely full of crap. You can see there's birds playing in it. The first one's been there for like 3 weeks. Second one just showed up today. But the kicker is at night, if you open the window, you can hear the rats squeaking and playing in it. You can hear, it's like bird calls. It's like the rat calls at night.
Oh my gosh, Rats Are is an epic job title. I wouldn't want it, man. I would not want that. Boston's mayor will pass a law to protect the rats. There will be protests. I'm sure of it. But these rats are crazy, man. The plague is at the door. Boston looks like a dump. LOL. I remember when I was young, I thought Boston was a classy and nice place. I've heard good things about Boston up to now. There are lots of rats in City Hall and Beacon Hill. The trash is in the State House. I see what they did there. Well played. Well played. I see what you did. Anyway, this is interesting, and we'll see what happens and how it will actually be resolved and metered out. I think the strike, if I'm not mistaken, is in the negotiation, so that hopefully will come to an end and they can figure it out. But I mean, it seems like the rodent problem has been something that's been going on for quite some time. I mean, big cities have this problem and they need to come up with some multifaceted solutions. So we'll see what happens for sure. But I want to say thank you so much for rocking with us. Thank you so very much for supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.